What's up guys, Venom here. Today we're going to be talking about kind of the state of driving Empire and how, to me at least, it's no longer fun. Keep in mind, this is all my personal opinions. However, I've talked to a fair amount of people and I think my opinions go along with how a lot of people are feeling about the game right now. So with that being said, let's get right into it. Let me know your thoughts, whatever else, down in the comments. So the first reason I think a lot of people are dissatisfied in DE and Roblox on a whole, because I'm starting to see a lot of people even saying Roblox sucks, is pretty simple. I think it's because everybody's just getting older. You know, I started at Roblox in 2016 now, so it's been a long time, right? I'm 18 years old now. I turned 18 last month, right? Like, I'm getting old for this stuff. I really just play here for YouTube and the people I know. You know, I'm not like out here playing on Driving Empire all day long just for fun. But, I mean, there are some people who did that. But I think most of us can agree that, you know, once you're past like 15, Roblox just stops being as much fun. At least that's how it felt for me, because you're just kind of old at that point. You can really tell the difference between the average Roblox player and like me. If I go into a public server, it's very different because here I am, a legal adult, and many other people, especially OG Wait For It players, are in my situation of you are a legal adult now, or very close to. No matter what, you can probably drive a car in real life. And here are 9-year-olds trying to race you and racing out their cars. So it's just not a good mix. So I think the first reason a lot of people are very dissatisfied with DE and stuff, myself included, is because we're all adults or older now. So it's just kind of weird. Anyways, that's the first reason I have to get out of the way, because people are gonna be like, oh, you're just old. So now let's get into more deeper reasons that people who aren't adults also might agree with. I don't know if they're deeper, but whatever. All right, so the second reason, the updates. Now, I'm not gonna say we've had bad ones, and this even goes like before Voldex took over DE, right? The past year for updates for DE haven't been that amazing, if I'm honest, because it's just been cars. Like, we've had some good updates, but the last really good update I can remember, but there was housing, of course, right? That was a solid update, but that still wasn't that amazing. The last really good update I remember was the long delayed summer update, where we got, you know, doors, some pretty much a new map, you know, revamp, whatever you want to call it, stuff like that, right? That was the last truly, to me, big update that actually changed DE. Since then, we've got more cars, but we've had so many removed. We'll probably have less cars in the game at this point, right? So I think it's just the updates have been kind of blah. Now, I know they're working on an auction system. That might even be out by the time this video's up. So I might eat my words a little bit, but I don't really think so, because I don't think the auction is going to change much just by how Nick said it works. So just to me, the updates have been just kind of blah. It's just 2 cars every week, and then some. It used to be cars were getting removed. Now it's just, you know, they add 2 cars. One's a limited. You get the limited. You buy the other car, and then you sell it because it sucks. And then that's that. You know, the updates have just been so forgettable. I couldn't tell you what came 2 updates ago, and I recorded that update. So that's my second reason. Updates are just so forgettable. Okay, so for the third reason why DE is just is the community is falling apart, has fallen apart, is a complete mess. Now, I need to preface this with the DE community has never been what one would call necessarily amazing by any means. I came from Ultimate Driving. That game didn't have a great community, but it was still a lot better of a community. Sorry, no offense, DE players. The DE community, well, it's just never been that great. I'm not saying there aren't great people in it or anything like that. There are certainly very good people in the DE community, but it's just kind of eh. But now, especially lately, it's kind of even worse, because it's just even more divided with, I think it really just started with Voldex acquiring the game, because then you have people who dislike Voldex and people who do like Voldex, and there's kind of like arguments there. And then you have people who like the fake car models who don't. You have people who reported the cars to the car companies and got them removed, so you have people mad at those people. So it's kind of just a mess there. I don't even know, but I think one of the big reasons that DE is just not as fun to me, or as fun as it could be to other people, is simply because, like, the community is just not good. It's just really not that good. All, like, the Discord events too have just no longer been occurring. When it was owned by like Borgus and stuff, they would do like hide and seeks, car shows, and none of that happens anymore. So I think that's another reason. It's just the community is pretty much dead. Like, it's dead. There's not really another way to say it. There's like small Discord servers that do car shows, and those are fun. YouTubers do car shows like myself, but you know, it's not the same. Alright, so the next reason is fake car models, like this one, which I've talked about this point before in past videos, but we're gonna bring it up again. Nobody has a connection to this car. When you play a car game, at least for me and for a lot of people I know, you're playing because you want to drive your dream car or just supercars in general, you know, around a city, a racetrack, whatever game it might be. You want to drive some iconic cars, like, this isn't necessarily iconic, but, you know, it's a nice supercar, you know, 600 LT. Or maybe you want to drive a Venom GT because you've loved that since you were a child. Or maybe, you know, you really just love the McLaren P1 or Koenigsegg. You know, you drive it because you like the car. That's why you grind for it. It's because you like the car. Stuff like that. And when you start adding models such as this Zagato fake thing, but really it's stuff like this Noble that's really bad, or the two Lamborghinis that suck. I mean, the Revuelto one's fine, but the other two Lambos, you kind of just lose the purpose of playing a game. I do think I speak for most people when I say it, like, there's nothing. This is supposed to be a Noble, right? I know what Nobles are. I like Nobles, but this is it's just fake. It's nothing. Like, it's so stupid. Like, I would never want to drive this car. I only bought it for the video because, like, it doesn't exist. There's no appeal to it. Unlike a 918 Spider, which is a really awesome car in real life, stupid fast, you know, really cool. This car, I you know, why wouldn't I use it? But why would I use this one? There's just no point. So I think fake models are a giant thing that's kind of just killing the game, because nobody knows what this is. It's irrelevant. It's just a dumb car. All right, and so for the last point, it involves a certain company by the name of Voldex. Now, I know everybody's sick of hearing about Voldex from everybody. I'm sick of talking about them, but they're just so relevant to the entire issue. Not the entire issue, but some of the issues that, like, you can't not bring them up without just, you know, not really being honest. So let's talk about it. As some of you are familiar, I used to play Ultimate Driving. I started out as an Ultimate Driving YouTuber until some unfortunate events happened. Before those events happened, a few months prior, a company called GameFam bought Ultimate Driving, or partnered with them. I'm not entirely sure how it worked. Similar to the Voldex situation, GameFam does the same thing as Voldex does. You know, they buy/partner with games, and then, you know, they run the games for a profit, right? That's how it works. Pretty simple. Anyways, GameFam took over Ultimate Driving, and instantly everything kind of went downhill in quality, right? And so a lot of Ultimate Driving players actually switched over to Driving Empire when that happened. Anyways, so fast forward, Ultimate Driving now, it took a few years, and Ultimate Driving now is in a very bad state. GameFam pretty much ruined the game, made it super pay to win, made it for little kids, stuff like that, whatever. That's not really the main topic here. The point is, Voldex seems pretty similar, and that was what I first thought when I saw Voldex buy out the game. And ever since then, it's kind of just been like, I've literally been here before. This feels the exact same as when GameFam bought Uni, because it is really the same thing of, like, they buy the game, they say it's going to be great, they add some pay-to-win features, which you saw with stuff like the Taxi Boss event, where you could just buy the cars for Robux, stuff like that. And then they do some, like, kind of weaker updates than the previous devs. They kind of kill the community, and then, you know, that's about it, right? And so that's my final point, is I genuinely think Voldex is gonna ruin the game. I'll just come out and say it right now. I genuinely think Voldex will ruin it. Does that mean I want them to ruin DE? No, I certainly hope I'm wrong, right? But I truly think, and I know a lot of people agree with this, that Voldex is the end of DE. And so why would I grind DE when it's going to be ruined? Why would I even play DE that much when it's just going to be ruined? Why would I play DE when every week they have 2 new cars that are fake? One's a limited. You know, you hop on, you buy the limited with your money that you got reimbursed from the cars that got removed because the community reported it. So now the community's dead, right? Like, all the points kind of just tying together of just There's no longer any fun in playing DE because everybody has infinite money. There's no longer that grinding aspect, right? Because the community reported cars, which got cars removed, which gave you money, right? So there's that. That all ties together. You have Voldex out here dropping fake car models, which isn't entirely their fault, but they could certainly make them better. Bad updates, stuff like that. So do you kind of see what I mean, like with this list of how it all just kind of comes together at this point? Just the driving Empire just isn't what it used to be. It's no longer as fun. That's how I'm gonna end off the video. Hopefully this made sense to you all. Thank you all for watching. Once more, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, and I will see you all in the next one. Venom out.